Did you feel like you like fully healed about that?
You never healed.
He said he's not healed.
Like, okay. Here's my question again, right?
Now
Why,
he's
like,
questioning.
Take my jaw, why don't you?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I have a question for him. Like,
Alright, go ahead.
what step are you taking to help yourself?
For me, while I was going to the depression,
No, like I'm talking right now. Like, you know, like you've been
I
through
know,
it.
I'm getting to it. Let me get to it.
Never mind. Alright,
You see that? We see why I'm the host.
You got it. Never mind. No, I like my question, right? When I'm answering a question, I like it. I like the answer to like go according to it, straight out.
No,
Right?
yeah, there you go.
no,
Yeah,
you gotta
there you
let
go.
people answer how they answer.
Okay,
There
Go,
you go.
go.
Okay, so for me, going through the depression,
Mhm.
I feel like there was no way out of it. I feel like you're in a dark place where you don't see anything around you. Everything around you is just dark, blurry because you're going through it. So going through all this time, for me, that's when I learned to play drums, and that's when I started writing a poem, writing everything. Right. So I have so many notebooks. I turn like instead of like feel sad about it, I turn my you know when like I don't know, it's like a lot of things in your head, right? So I started writing. Since then, I turned them into a poem. Now I have so many poems, like I can't even I can't even write a whole books of poem because I've started writing poems since then.
So I think like you found, I think part of like being in depression, and my main thing that I've personally learned through my journey is it's okay to allow yourself to feel sad and to feel it's okay. You should allow yourself to feel sad and feel those emotions, and then find an outlet like you did to be able to release that, right? That outlet of you being able to, okay, I can go talk to maybe people about this, but I can find a way that I can still let what I'm feeling come out. And I think I don't think healing is definitely not like overnight. You're in the process of that, and because now you're saying, right, like it's about the journey of it. Now you've created this thing that you wouldn't have created had you not gone through that, right? Like had you not gone through that process, you would have discovered maybe how much you like poetry, how much you like
I
these
didn't
things.
know I like that.
But then because you didn't, you sat with it and you allowed it. You found the best way that you could to express it. You're able to go through that. I think that you being able to talk about it right now is even showing how healed you are from it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the first year it was like the dark place. So the year passed, so I feel like, okay, I got to do something. So it's like you telling yourself, I got to do something.
Yeah.
But it's hard, even though you can talk to everybody you want. It's not going to help you if you don't want to do it yourself, right? Because sometimes you put yourself in the prison in your own mind. So it's like you have to free yourself from that. So where I free myself with music, I started learning drums. I started playing drums. Then I started writing music at the same time. Then I started learning piano throughout this whole process. And everybody, like, I learned them. I don't even know how I learned them. I feel like I had the whole time in the world to myself this whole time. But then I was busy. I'm always busy. Even until now, I'm busy, but I still feel like I have the whole time in the world. I control time. Now I feel like I have the power to control time, to manipulate time, to be like, okay, I want to do this in certain time, so I can make it happen if I wanted to. So that's why I started writing. Because people always say now if someone going to something, I'm like, if you don't want to talk to people, you don't have to. Instead of taking it to yourself, instead use a book, write about it. If you write about it, then you read it later, so you can answer the same question. So that's the same thing I do with myself. I probably have a book. I write the question. Then when you're going through it, there's so many questions, so many thoughts that's processing. So you feel like you want to write it, you want to do it. Then later on, after you feel like, okay, you're kind of calm down now, you go back and read those questions. You feel like, okay, shoot, now I feel like you can answer your own questions, right? Instead of having someone, because the crazy thing is, we're human, right? We can talk to therapists. Is it gonna help us? Nah, because if you're a person that like to listen to yourself talk, because for me, I like to take my own advice sometimes. That's why I like to write my own questions. I record my own self talking, so I listen to it later. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to do this. So it's like it kind of clicked on my mind to do it, because I tell myself to do it.
How does it make you feel to know that one of your good friends was going through this, and now to hear him speak about it now?
I wasn't expected. I mean, I guess depression is a thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
a
depression
thing.
is a thing.
It's bad.
But me personally, unlike my personal opinion, I don't know if I even been through a depression or not. Like I wouldn't be able to tell you, right? Because a main problem is like, yeah, today I feel it. I'm expecting myself to forget about it by tomorrow, which is like, if I'm being through something right now, and I go out with my boys, by tomorrow I'm expecting myself to forget and to move on, which I have been doing for the past,
He feel like he's a pro at it now.
Yeah, he.
I mean,
yeah,
there's
he,
certain-
well, but he basically he's suppressing it, right? He's suppressing it, and you can the body can only hold. Emotion is energy. Your body can only hold so much energy, so you have to be able to release some of it, so your body can have space for more.
but like I wouldn't be able to tell you if I've like been in depression
It's
before.
not
now.
even not about just depression, just talking about even because I think a lot of, like I said, like when I was young, I didn't know I was going through depression, or that's what it was, but it's the aspect of I'm going through something that's challenging, and instead of like pushing it down, like you're saying, suppressing it, what happens if I don't push it down? What if I allow myself to continue feeling it versus being like, okay, I'm gonna distract myself? And like now with our, like with us now, there's so many, there's so many different ways that you have so many different things that want to take your attention away, so you don't spend time doing that, like. Because I think there's the gift of like the self-reflection and the allowing yourself to sit in it. There's the gift of growth and you understanding yourself better as a person. And so for thank you for sharing with Mehdi. Like I hope that he's like able to, like, maybe next time when you're going through something, you'll feel like, okay, maybe I can. You'll give it a try. And be like, maybe. Hello,
I mean, I don't know if I even can start, but like me being through something is just the normal me. That's the problem right there, right? Like he wouldn't know if I'm going through something.
because you don't share.
Not just that, but like you wouldn't know, like you wouldn't see a different side of me, right? You'll just see the me that like laugh, go hang out, go and talk about it by Mehdi, just the same me, right? Like he's gonna tell me stuff I wouldn't care. Just the always us, right? Like he wouldn't know, oh, I'm going through something.
That's a lot of people
Unless-
who do commit suicide, though. A lot of people who do end up committing suicide, a lot of people around them will say, oh, they were fine. Like, you'll see people who are posting, they were happy and they were jolly and this, because, like, it's not... I don't feel like anybody who's super sad is super proud to come and say, oh, I'm super sad and I'm doing this. Yeah. But I think it's part of the human experience. And I think, like you were saying earlier, that example you give, there's someone in the community who shared something about their dad, or like, the man who shared with his wife or about how he was feeling. If she can't hold, if you go to a person who you consider your friend and you tell them, hey, I'm going through this, and they don't even try to, and you're not per se asking them to like solve your problem, but like, I just need this or that, right? If they can't do that, that's not a person that is gonna, like, that's not a person for you, because they can't hold, they only want you when you're perfect. They only want you when you're good. They don't want to see you when, things are not so good. So you only want to enjoy the best parts of me. So that, to me, then in friendship, it's like, it's just then like, I can't, like you were talking about being free, then I can't be free in this relationship. Just being able to say, like, things are not good right now. And people grow with you, and you have that. But I think what you're saying is very true. Like the stigma around mental health and feeling like, oh, what is mental health? What is this that you're going through? What is this that is making you so sad? You can't. It makes you even feel maybe ashamed to even like reflect on, why am I sad? Like, why is this making me sad?
I mean, I feel like, especially now today in this life, everybody going through a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Even though they don't speak on it, some people just tend to deal with it on their own. But I feel like everybody got something they're going through, even though like you see someone smiling. Because everybody like to put a mask up to be like, okay, I'm good with that, right? Because they feel like for me, I learned to be busy because I feel like I wanted to run away from it. But I can never run away from it. I had to deal with it. So I had to sit myself down and deal with all of that. So now I've dealt with it now. I still keep the same routine. I still play the music. Now I'm learning more music. I'm learning more instrument. I want to learn other instrument there is, because that's where I find my joy. That's where I find like a place I belong. Writing, I have so many books. I be writing every day. Every day I have something different type of poem. If I hear something, I can just turn it into a poem. So it's kind of like something I learned. Like for me, it's like a different language I learn. So everything you do, it's a language that you learn. Not everybody can do it, right? Because you probably go into something now, you be like, oh yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine. But you go into it hurt. But I feel like you don't know how to talk about it. Instead of you, because you don't know how to talk about it, instead of that, you just mention the word, I'm fine. Because you don't know where to start with it. If you start with it, you're going to be like, no, I'm going to have to deal with it, right? I'm going to have to deal with other things that I went through before. So now all of them going to have to come running because I'm dealing with this one. If I deal with this one, so I have to deal with the rest. Instead of deal with the rest, I'm just going to cover it up. Just do what I'm fine.
Yeah, and you're just delaying it for later. Like you're saying, like even if it's not talking about it, it's just not being distracted when the feeling comes up, right? Like well, recognizing your triggers of like when you're trying to distract yourself. So even if you're saying you're not comfortable talking, it's like instead of saying let me push it down, just say like how does this make me feel? Because he got the reward. Like if you don't do like I think with pain and everything in life, there's always two sides: there's the good and the bad. You go through things, and you can always find something good out of it if you allow it to go through its process. Because, like I said, he discovered this whole new side of him, and it's not. I think it's not easy because like our families and things, even if something, let's say you sit there, something comes up that now you're like, oh, I want to talk to them about this. They might not receive it, but then it's not about them receiving it. It's about you just releasing it so you can continue growing and go to the next person.
And then I just realized, I was thinking, I just realized, well, I'm thinking if I ever been in depression, but like still now, but like I just realized there are people who cry instead of talking, and then me it used to be like, man, why are you crying, right? I just realized like that's one thing I recently realized. Then you have to let other people cry. It's not a sign of weakness. It's just the way to show emotion, right? I have a close people, around me. Like she'll be crying, when there's a problem, right? And then like the first I used to think about it as like, yeah, why are you crying, right? But now I'll let her cry, right? As long as it doesn't get too much, right? Like, because I don't want you to get sick too. But like, I'll let you cry, right? As much as you want. Just make sure you're not doing anything stupid. Like, if crying is your way to show emotion, then yeah, you should show emotion, right? If you don't want to talk to me, you want to cry, yeah, sure, you should cry, right? I just don't want you to go over there, cry by yourself, and then do some, yeah, right? But I'm here, you can cry, it's fine. Like it's fine. You should cry. If you should cry, yeah, then cry. You don't have to talk to me about it, but if you want to cry, then yeah, definitely you should cry.
Yeah, and I think like crying releasing is very good.
Like I don't cry. I have not cried since I don't even know.
Maybe like some people get sad and they want to go run. Some people want to go swim.
Yeah,
it's just a way of you like.
When I get sad, I just go with my boys. We just go out. That's like my way to forget.
Way of dealing with the pain.
You're trying to forget, but we're talking about finding a way to let that release.
I wouldn't tell you I release stuff. Like it's just for me. It's just the deal with it. Like it was meant to happen. What are you gonna do? Right? More like that. Like, that's the way I actually look at it. As like, it was meant to happen. Then it just happened, right? Like, but like I'm gonna think about like actually like go talk to someone, because me I keep stuff to myself. That's the problem right there.
Yeah, and also another thing about like when people it's funny to me when people say that showing your being vulnerable with your emotions is weakness, because to me that is like literally the opposite of that, right? Because when I show my emotions, like I'm on the battlefield and I remove my shield and I'm like, hey, here, right? And I'm trusting that you won't shoot me, you won't hurt me. That's not weakness, that's bravery. But me standing behind the shield and keep hiding from the shield, don't hit me, like nobody's even trying to hit you. Like that is you being weak because you're just trying to hide behind the thing instead of letting yourself open and be vulnerable in that. And then if somebody does accept you, then you in that relationship, either you can trust that person, which like I took my shield off and you did not. You had every chance to take me out and you didn't, right? So it allows you to learn about people and then also learn about yourself. But showing emotion, showing yourself what it I think it's like one of the strongest things that you can do. You learn yourself better. You become stronger in your emotions and feelings and understanding things. And then it's harder for people to get you to act out of your character, because now I'm aware of everything that triggers me. So now if you say something to think that you're gonna make me this or have this control over my emotions, I've already evaluated that. So I would challenge for you to think about it in that way, in the way of not it being a weakness, but actually being a strength, because you're being vulnerable, and being vulnerable is one of the hardest things that like we do in this life.
I mean, to add to that one too, I feel like it can be a weakness because like some people might use it against you.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
And
that's the bad part.
But,
You know,
but that's
and
the
at the
thing,
same
but
time, you
then-
don't know who to trust.
But it's so it's not just so black and white, right? Like being vulnerable, like in the sense of like if like your partner, right? If I do even go to my friend and I'm vulnerable about something and they use it against me, I don't think that I just know that eventually it's gonna still work out for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was coming from a place of truth and honesty. I met you with truth and honesty, so I like. Okay, maybe if you guys give me an example of like somebody using something against you, of you being vulnerable.
I feel like let's just say you have a friend, right? You can tell them something now, but later on, if something bad happened, they're gonna bring it, be like, oh, you tell me this, you tell me that. So
Yeah,
now
you
you put
even
you
do
in a
this.
lot of trouble now.
They tell you that you told them this, or they tell other
They
people.
thought the whole crowd.
Okay, but then that, you know what the gift in that is? The gift in that is knowing that person was never your true friend.
I mean,
But
you
the
never,
stuff already came out. That's the problem.
Yes,
it's already
but,
come
but,
on.
but that's
now,
okay.
now we cannot bring a
but if you're-
door, closing the door, be
Yeah,
like,
for everybody
now
else.
if you, my friend, you can, like, right, for me, so if someone tell me something now, I'm going to be like, okay, you tell me this as a secret. Even though we're not friends, I'm not going to use it against you because I don't want you to do the same thing to me, right? Because I know things about you, know things about me. Even though you use it against me, I'm going to feel like I don't want to use it against you because you tell me this as a friend. Even now we're not a friend, so I'm still going to keep my friend's secret, right? Because now you're not my friend. It's okay. We're never going to speak on it, but you tell me secret, it's okay, I'll keep it as a secret. But, right? Because for me, I fear to tell mine because I feel like people gonna one day just gonna go against me the opposite way and start talking about it. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that's gonna make me flip.
No, but you gotta. I get what you're saying, and that's why I go back to it's brave, because there is those risks, right?
Yeah.
There you're exposing
Yeah, but
yourself to risk.
the
but
risk is a lot, though.
But the reward is a lot.
A lot.
The reward.
The risk is also a
But the
lot.
reward is a lot. Let's even not even just talking to somebody, speaking with somebody, like going back to your what you shared. Again, he allowed himself to be vulnerable with his emotions and sit there with it. In that way that felt most comfortable to him, right? He didn't feel comfortable going to tell everybody because you were not there yet, right?
Yeah.
But he's still learning how to sit with that. And what's the gift you've gotten from that? A whole different, like, the reward is always better. The reward always comes. When you are vulnerable, you
But like you
release
have
that.
50 chance, I mean, your 50% chance to get that reward. But you also have the opposite side of it, where it's like, yeah, we're not friends no more. So I'm gonna use what you told me against me,
Yeah.
right?
But then the reward is, like if somebody was
Yeah, but that reward is not big enough
No, but if
for
somebody
what
was
I
gonna-
told you.
But if somebody in my life was already is shady like that, one whether now or later they were gonna be shady to me.
But like, don't you think me not telling you, right?
Yeah.
Like let's say me and you are friends, and then like me not telling you something, right? We're not like we just keep our friendship good instead of me telling you stuff and you're gonna use against me.
But
Like, 'cause if you know stuff about me-
that's to think like that, right? Like if he came and told you at the time when he was dealing with the depression, hey, yo, I'm
No,
down,
like we're not even talking stuff like that.
But
Like
that's- I'm talking
if
about
depression,
mental health in that way, not secrets or things that you did. I'm talking about like when you're feeling things and you're feeling sad, and your mental health, like those things that you want to suppress, going to talk to somebody about that. Not necessarily like, oh, this is a bad thing I did, but just
but like that's how you get in depression, though. If you think about it, you know, you have something you did and like, you know, I don't know, you did something bad, right?
Yeah.
And then like you have it on replay on your mind. You need to talk to someone, which is, you know, but like if you go talk to that person, and because if you don't, that's how people get in depression.
Yeah, but then that's also the part of you have to be facing the true consequences of the actions that you did. You're not gonna run away if you did something wrong. You're not gonna run away from it just because you didn't tell somebody, right? That's not how it doesn't disappear because you didn't tell somebody, right? So it's just like there is like, have you ever like, when you have lied about something and then you finally confess, yes, there's consequences, but the relief you feel, like, damn, like I'm not, yes, I might still get in trouble and I might have these things, but like at least that's off my heart.
That's off,
and so to me, that's like where I'm saying like there.
No, I get that, but like
nothing
at
is
the same
guaranteed,
time,
but there is a word.
at the same time, if I'm telling it to my
I think
friend,
you're fighting a war you're not gonna win with.
Yeah, I think so.
like if I'm telling it to my friend, it's like if he told me something, right, like today, that mean that thing has to be like hella important for me. Like I wouldn't never tell. Like even he do anything bad to me, I would never go tell, right? But like not everybody go understand stuff that way, right? Mm-hmm. I can tell you, I did this, right? I feel ashamed about it, right? Mm-hmm. I go pray, it is what it is, right? Mm-hmm. And then like I told you because you're my friend, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I expect you to keep it to yourself. I don't expect you to go tell everybody, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And then me and you get into some, I don't know, trouble. Mm-hmm. I did something you probably didn't like. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, he even did this.
Mm-hmm. How am I supposed adding to it.
Right?
Yes.
How am I supposed to feel? So the risk is just a little too big for like the up and upper. I don't know if you get it.
Yeah,
but like,
I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. At the end of the day, I think trusting people and having people in your life who you can really trust and know you trust takes time to build. Because on the other side, if you tell him something and you guys fall out or you guys have a fight and he doesn't do that, it builds your relationship to be stronger. So either way, I might be more sad that, hey, he went and told some stuff, but at least I'll feel like, okay, at least now I know that like I don't have a snake in my garden anymore because they were already a snake and I don't need none of y'all. But if not, then I know then I have a loyal person. Loyalty is earned. Loyalty is earned over time by how you react to those situations. I'm not gonna just be loyal to just to be loyal, like so that's you build true connection through being vulnerable, because then again I'm not free and I can't be free in this. And like we began with this topic, we all want to be seen, and when we're going through things, sometimes so many of us keep them to ourselves and we think we're the only ones going through them. But when you talk to other people, you're like, oh, so other people are going through this and other people are going through this. It makes you feel seen, and you can hopefully heal instead of trauma bond. But yeah, but do you guys have any other like last things you want to say in the mental health journey of the immigrant journey?
I mean, I'm surprised Mehdi was in the depression, first of all. But what I'm gonna say is, I mean, you've already figured out the way to heal yourself, right?
Yeah, I already healed from it. Yeah.
Well, if you need any help,
you
know where to find.
I hope he made you feel like and like you can talk to him, or just like, and you don't even have to. I think even sometimes we think that we have to like explain to someone what we're going through. It's just like you can just be like, yo, I'm just having a bad day today. Can we go do this? Like I just want to go have some fun.
I mean, I sometimes call Shari, kind of like, yo, this happened today. But after that, we talk about it. Then after that, we laugh about it.
And so
we
many
laugh
men
about
don't.
it.
So many men don't. And
like
it's
we have
not just
PlayStation. We play a PlayStation, talking about random stuff. That's like the best day for us.
We just bring it up randomly. Then we talk about it. We're like, oh, for real? We take a pause. Then we talk about it. Then after that, we went back being okay.
Yeah.
So we laugh about it. That's how I feel like. I mean, I feel like once you find, I mean, you can have friends, right? There's different level of friends you have. There's friends that you can trust with that. There's another friend you can trust with the different things, right? Because everyone in your life is important. Even though you might feel like, oh, this person is not helping me with anything. I mean, now the person is not helping you with anything. But in the future, the person might become like useful to you. That's why for me, everyone around me, even though they're not, even though they're not useful to me now, right? I'm not gonna be like, oh man, you're useless to me. Get out of here. Nah, I'm gonna keep them because I know I'm gonna need that in the future, right? If they're around me, I can be like, oh, I'm going through this. I know who to call. I can just randomly call someone. I'm like, yo, I need your help on this. The person can be like, oh yeah, I got you, right? Because if you just put them aside, you'll be like, oh yeah, you're useless to me, man. I don't need you. See, that's where the fight come in, right? That person you throw away can be one of your best friend one day. You just throw away your best friend. You just throw away somebody that actually being there for you, right? Because if I feel like once you find the right person, once you find the person that you're going to be like, okay, this is home, right? This is a place I feel safe. This is a place I feel like I can be myself around that person. I mean, I'm sure many people have that person, right?
No, a lot of people don't. But because it's hard to find that. It's hard to find that.
I mean, that's why you gotta go with somebody.
That's why you got a big face.
That's why you don't fight with your friends. Like, why you fighting with your friend? The person you see, that's why you don't fight with your friends. Because when you build that friendship, because it takes like so long to build a trustworthy
And a couple minutes to
friendship,
just break it down.
right? So one little simple thing, you just boom, break it up. Shoot, you just lost your connection.
I think there's a certain level of having disagreement that's healthy. I think it's when you don't be disrespectful, don't go like don't say something that you can't take back. But I think when someone's in your life for long enough, you will clash. But then you learn to understand each other better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So once you guys can sit down and communicate and say, oh, this is what I did, and you can both take accountability. It can help you guys grow in your friendship because that's how you build those 20, 30, 40-year relationships because you've gone through a lot together. But there can be phases where you grow apart and then maybe 5 years later you come and you're...
Yeah, that's what I said. Don't throw your friendship away, right?
But what I would say, I mean, at least for my part to end with, it's I'm trying to change my perspective of like looking at mental health in another way. Because like I'd say, me, I don't really like mind on myself, but it's more of the people I have around me, right? The lost loved ones, and when you never really experience it, you wouldn't know exactly what to say. And when you don't care about your own mental health, for you to care about other people one, it's kind of hard. And yeah, like for me personally, like I always say, I'll always be good, right? But like I have loved ones where I need to like have the right word to tell them, right? Look at the mind a little differently than like I do to myself, right? I'd rather have them be good than But if I can help in any house, like in any house, I would do it, right? And then so from that I learned like I have friends where I used to tell them, oh, don't cry, right? That's one thing I changed, and I'm like, oh yeah, you can definitely cry, right? Just as long as you don't do stupid stuff, right? If you need to cry, I'm always here. If you need to talk to me, I'm always here, right? I used to not take it serious. I used to be like, man, it would just pass, right? It's stuff that happens, right? Right now, I'm actually trying to make it like to be better on that field, which I'm clearly not. You can tell by the way I just.
But you're being more aware, and you obviously have the right people around you.
Yeah, well, so it's not really like a small thing because raising up, I was never really like mental thing was not a big thing, right? The way they raised me, it's just life happens, it's supposed to happen, it's stuff is supposed to happen. That's how it is, right? It's the way I talk it, but I wouldn't force on everybody to take it the same way, right? If I take it like that, that doesn't mean maybe have to take it the same way, right?
Yeah.
And then from like the more I'm growing up, right, I had loved ones losing their loved ones, right, and then I didn't have the right word to tell them, right, and then
That's so true.
I'm
That's
looking
so
at
true.
them, breaking down. I don't know how to fix them, right? Like I'm not God, obviously. I wouldn't fix you exactly how you were, right? But I can try to do the 10%, right? But I don't even know how to do the 1%. So the 10%, it's you can forget about it, right? Reason why I'm actually like looking at myself as like, yeah, maybe I need to start taking care of the mental health of my friend, right? Maybe just calling them to laugh, right? Because you don't know. I have a friend. I wouldn't name him, right? He lives by himself, right? Maybe may know who I'm talking about.
You know other people speak French too who are going to listen to this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you who I'm talking about, right? I'm gonna tell you after, right? But so personally, I don't call him because he's gonna give me stuff, right? I never ask him for anything, right? The only reason I call him is just to make sure he's straight, to make sure we don't see each other, right, as often, right? Because people got jobs, people got this, people got that, which is normal, right? I only call him because I was talking to him earlier, right? I only call him just because, right? He live by himself. He's by himself here in America, right? He doesn't have his people right? So it's kind of a lot for him. I know I can tell it's a lot for him to bear, right? So I would just call him. I'm not gonna give him money, right? But I'm calling him just to make sure. Oh, yeah, he's good, right? Or you need anything? If you need money, then sure, right? But like I wouldn't just go like I'm not a millionaire, right? But I can talk to you.
Yeah, and that making that one phone call, like just knowing
Yeah.
somebody cares about you and somebody's
Yeah.
thinking about
Yep.
you can make
Yeah,
has
it
made
can
a
make a big
difference for
impact.
a lot of people. And you know, we're like we're with with the mental health journey, and for you, you know, just taking small bites. You don't gonna like be it's you're not gonna be you don't have to be like tomorrow
But like
I'm a
he
guru.
breaks me down when I can't help my own like loved one, right? Like
But you can't pour from a cup that's empty. You have to.
Yeah.
The best way to show up for other people is to make sure you're first showing up for yourself, and then once you are doing that, then you will have more capacity to be able to show up for them. And even with depression, and as we're talking about mental health, like with depression for me, so more specifically, it's people can be around you and people can help you, but you have like to realize that you also have to be, like you said, willing to help yourself. And at the end of the day, if you don't have that, then it doesn't matter how much people come and help you and do things for you, because like
you don't care yourself.
yeah. So that's like was while helping people who are going through that and going through that yourself, I think that's something to keep in mind, that everything around you is a tool, but you're the real magic, you're the real medicine, you know, it's you.
So, but yeah, I mean, from that, but my personal perspective, it's just, yeah, you need to learn how to have the right word for the right person to talk, because
And you can ask them too. Like for me, I get what you're saying. That's why some people, especially with losing someone, I think everybody is so different in the way they receive that. I think what I have tried to do is like give you time to be sad, like not asking you what do you need, because I'm adding more onto you, right? Like if you're my friend and I know you have to take care of this, you have to take care of that, maybe, you know, the simple things, I come cook or I come clean or I come just, we don't even gotta talk about it, but maybe just being in space with you and being there and just taking care of the things without asking you what you need, just being like, hey, I'm gonna come over this time, I'm gonna do this for you, I'm gonna do this for you, I'm just gonna give you time so you have time to feel what you're going through.
but me, when I don't bring it up, it's more of like me being scared of not knowing what to tell you.
But a lot of
'Cause-
people don't know what to tell people in that point, because what can you tell somebody? But you can allow them, you can do things, you can still support them in other ways. It's not like, because I'm not gonna, again, I can't make you feel better, but I can give you space and create an environment where you can do that. Like let me have some cleaners come and clean your house up for you. Like for the next 2 weeks, you don't have to worry about cooking, cleaning your house. You can just sit with your feelings and feel sad, and just doing that and being around, they will maybe open up, or maybe you will talk about it. So, because again, I think everybody's so different. So unless this is a person who you've talked to and you really know them and they know it, I don't know if you can have the answer to that before. But that's my approach, is like, that's what I would be like, yeah, because especially living in America, like if you lose somebody who's super close to you, you get 1 week off. 1 week off is not right, and then you're right back to all these things. But like if I had that 1 week off and I didn't have to worry about anything in my house, and like in African traditions, we have like here, when you lose somebody, remember, people come to your house, and for me, that to me has never made sense, because how am I now under the pressure of hosting people, of cooking, making sure these people are fed? Shouldn't I be the one who's sitting down so I can feel what I'm feeling? But now I'm being added more on my plate. It has never made sense to me in that way.
Yeah.
And because like you need space to just to not have to worry about the day-to-day life.
From your perspective of like my situation is more of like, yeah, try to help yourself first, and then you're gonna see about others, right? That's what you meant, right?
Yeah, make sure you're taking care of your mental health, because how can you help people take care of something when you're not taking care of yours?
Yeah, I mean, just like someone might be going through something, but you have your own mental health going on, right? So it can make an impact.
See, that's the whole problem,
you.
because I don't acknowledge it like that.
Well, that's
know.
the
I
main,
think
but
that's
but you're beginning the journey of it, right? And like it's not about being perfect about like any of this, because again, you're still learning too, but you're starting the journey of that. Because also like when you go through things and you know how to solve, now when someone's going through something, you'll be like, I might have something for you, or, you know, like I know this one kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but thank you guys for coming. If you guys have any last words, like final, like encouragement, anything you want to say?
Yeah, Mary, take care of your mental health. You know, it's good for you.
I would do. You should take your advice.
Bye, bye.
Something I would say to everyone. Well, mental health is serious, right? You might be with friends every day. You might see them smiling every day, laughing with you every time, and they go into something, even though you don't know. Even though you can tell because they can show sign of it, right? They're not going to be 100% like it used to be. I mean,
Nah, I don't think you will know. Trust me on that.
so I'm gonna say always checking on your friends.
Yeah, that's
Even though
a
you
good way
don't
to
know,
put it.
just keep checking on them daily because you never know. They probably here with you this second, the next second, you don't know what happened. So
Exactly.
check on them daily with your friends
Yeah.
and keep them closer.
Ashe. Thank you.
It was a great time, y'all.